did start off the show with Austin Theory in the ring, and he's doing his typical thing, just selling himself, basically talking about how great he is. I thought it was funny because he was like, if you combine my reign with Roman Reigns, then we would be champion for 1,209 days right now. And I was just like, this is so ridiculous. But I I kind of felt like it was a little bit of a different vibe from him. Like we had talked about how there were allegedly some talks backstage or whatever about changing him a little bit or like doing something to, I don't know, kind of get him more over with the fans or something. And I don't know, I might be looking into it too much, but I just felt like there was a little bit more of a comedic aspect to what he was saying,
Oh
even
yeah.
though for the most part it was serious and he wasn't like making fun of himself. But it just felt very different than what we've seen from him this far, and I actually really liked it. Like, I caught myself, like, smiling or, like, enjoying what he was saying, and
Yeah.
so that surprised me a little bit.
The thing I'm picking up with Austin Theory right now is he seems a lot more loose. And
Yeah.
he's not, I don't want to say comfortable in the negative way, but he's getting kind of acquainted with being a champion, but not only a champion, someone who has to cut promos and not doesn't have to be serious all the time as the
Mhm.
protege and all that. Like, you can just be Austin Theory. Like, what is A Town Down or ATL
Mhm.
Live? Let your promos and let what you say on the mic, show that or demonstrate that for us. And he's doing a good job at, like, he's in a tough position because he's the secondary champion.
Mhm.
Gunther, you do that battle of like what's the more prestigious, like what the kind of the yin and yang of both. You need to have a guy who is kind of lighthearted, comedic, to be the other side of that coin. And he's doing a great job. Like, he just knows it. Like, he gets it. It's one of those things where you either get it, or you don't.
Yeah.
He
And
gets
I
it.
mean, he was definitely dealt a difficult card, like you said, to begin with, being the poster boy for Vince McMahon. And I mean, that was rough anyway, because it's basically like the curse, from what we've seen over the
Yeah.
years. Anybody that is propped up by Vince McMahon on television generally doesn't do too hot for very long. And then,
No.
of course, everything then went down with the allegations and him leaving. So it was just a lot for him to try and overcome. And it's been like a roller coaster, I would say, over the past year, having him to deal with that. So I'm interested to see if this is like the direction that he's going to continue going in, because I actually just, I don't know, I thought it was entertaining. I wouldn't have minded watching it again. I actually did watch a little bit of what he said again
Hmm.
today. So I was like, okay, that's a big jump for me when it comes to Austin Theory, because otherwise he's just kind of like, I don't really care what's going on.